Now they're fed, so now we can get started. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Rain or shine, it's stamping time. And I am excited to show you, we can now share the catalogs on the inside. So just a few things that I like. First off, it is celebration time, January through the end of February. For every $50 that you spend, US, this is, you get to choose one free item from this celebration brochure. And there's several stamp sets, like this watercolor melon stamp set for $50. You can get this free Sunny Days Designer Series paper that coordinates with Bright Skies bundle in the new mini catalog. And then there is this gorgeous Flight and Airy Designer Series paper that is a standalone. And if you like it, you need to order it soon, because I know people are buying it in multiple packages. It's going to sell out before the end of February. And then there's a cute little baby cradled in love for a baby set, free for $50. The Designer Series paper also is free. Another Designer Series paper called Softly Stippled, and it coordinates with the Stippled Rose bundle in the mini catalog. And then there's this beautiful, most adored Designer Series paper that coordinates with the Adorning Hearts bundle. And then a general Heartfelt Hellos. It's a large, bold stamp set with a bold font, and it covers Father's Day, Valentine's if you want, just an enjoy your day, hello, an Easter one, and a Mother's Day one. Very utilitarian, $50 for that. In the mini catalog is the Trusty Tools bundle, which you can die cut all these wonderful tools, and the Designer Series paper that coordinates is for free for $50 here in the SAB, in the celebration brochure. Then we get this darling Jungle Pals stamp set. It's $50, but you can, if you spend a total of $150 in product, you can also get the dies for free that cut out those animals, plus some extra things like greenery and stuff like that. This is for $100, and the stamp set is $50. Another $100 set is this embossing folder called, let's see, what is the name of it? I don't see the name of it offhand. And softly sophisticated, say that fast, softly sophisticated stamp set. And then there is, for $100, this wonderful detailed dogwood stamp set. This is more because there are more images. This little flower, if you can see it, can be punched out with the Petal Park Builder Punch. So the things in this celebration catalog coordinate with the mini catalog, which is very cool. And if you decided you wanted to be a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and join me in this really fun side business where you can make a little bit of extra money to hopefully earn a little more than what you would spend, you can get this glass glass mat studio thing. It has a cloth to wash it off, so you stamp instead of using paper like I have. You would use this, and then when it gets dirty, you just wash it off with this soft chamois, and it has a foam thing to hold your ink pad and little pieces that you might need. And so you can get that for free, or you can get another $30 additional free product in your starter kit. So that is the celebration brochure. Now the mini catalog has so many things. I don't want to take all the time or too much time to show them. I separate the suites. A suite is a combination of product under one number. And the price for the suite is not discounted except for the bundle. So in this case, it's a stamp set and a punch. And that is 10% off. But the whole thing together is the sum total of all the products. And we're going to be using today, this Be My Valentine bundle. It has I love you no matter what, be mine, happy Valentine's Day, love you, you're as sweet as honey, you make my heart buzz, you'll always be the one for me. And it has a few flowers and things like that. The punch cuts out the bee, and it cuts out 2 sizes of hearts, but the heart punch will also punch out this, and the small heart punch will punch out the antennae. I guess I should have done that on my other one, on my sample card. So this is what we're going to be using for our card today. And this is the card. It's a gatefold card, and I made it so that it kind of latches under the bee. And when you open it, you have 2 popped up bees, and it says, you'll always be the one for me. And on the front it says, Happy Valentine's Day. And so this is what we're going to be making today. The label here and the label on the inside are made with this stitched label, which is part of the Thoughtful Expressions dies. This is another set that's in the new mini catalog, and I like the labels. I actually like the set because of all these scalloped edge circles, and these in particular. It has a hummingbird, so there's a die to cut out the hummingbird, and then there's some dies to cut out some flower arrangements and some extra pieces. But we're going to be using this next to the smallest die for our labels. And it's a photopolymer stamp set, which I love, because you can see exactly where you're placing things. Okay. So we start with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 Daffodil Delight cardstock for the card base. And we're going to score each end at 2 1/8. Let me double check that, make sure I've got that right. Yes, 2 1/8. Last week I kind of goofed and didn't have quite the right measurements for part 1 of my card pieces, or my card base actually, and for some reason it didn't go together. I had to recut. So, come on. 2 1/8. Score there. Turn it over and score at 2 1/8. And these fold in like so. And there's our gatefold. Okay, then we have 2 strips that are 3 inches by 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch. And I'm going to score at 1/2 inch on one end, 1/2 inch on the other end, and at 1 inch on that end. These are the pieces that are going to pop the bees up. So 1/2 inch, turn it around, half inch. If you wanted to make them pop out further, you would just make these a little deeper. Okay, so there's that. And I think that's all the scoring we have to do. So I'm going to embellish or burnish the folds here. And also on the pieces. Nancy, I'm glad you were able to catch me. This was kind of short notice. I had intended this morning to post that I would be on, but the morning before I went to work got away from me, so I didn't have time. Okay, so those are ready. Now the designer series paper I chose is from the set from Bee My Valentine set. It is called, flip back here, Be Mine. Very easy. Shouldn't have forgotten that. This piece is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to put that here in the center. Come on. I discovered, somebody told me, and it's true, that the less pressure you put on the Stampin' Snail, the easier it is to work. Okay, kind of center that. And then on the outside, the strips are 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. Yeah. And I have the bees flying back and forth. So there's 2 of those. I'll put this up on my blog, www.soggystamper.com, with the measurements, so you don't have to worry about writing them down right now. Okay, so we've got the card base done. Now let's do some stamping. We have two greetings that we have to do. And I'm going to stamp them with Memento ink. You'll always be the one for me. I want to make sure that I get it. See, this will be too wide. It's got to go that direction. Okay. And the other one says, Happy Valentine's Day. I think, let's turn it over, because I didn't give enough room for the, okay, we'll try that again. I'll just lay this down here now. Oh, that's still not going to work very well. Because it's pretty close there. I'll grab another piece. And try that again. Happy Valentine's Day. And then we got a stamp or bees. And I chose this strip. It is 1.5 inches wide, so it's just wide enough that if you can see that it's just going to fit in there and not waste any by getting those in there. Don't like the way that's stamped. I'll turn it over. Don't like the way that's stamped either. Try again. Better. Must have a hollow spot. Yeah, there's a spot there that's not solid. There, that's a good one. There. So I've got the 2 bees. Now I have to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of wings. And I want them to look like they're translucent. And I had here, someplace, a piece of vellum cardstock. Oh, where did it go? It was here. Well, for Pete's sake. It flew away already. I'll have to go get some. Be right back. I found it. It wasn't that far away. Okay, so now in the punch, they're going to fit in like that. So I'm going to try. Now I'm going to use StazOn. For the sample, I used the Memento, and it took forever for it to heat, to dry, because it was on vellum. And this will dry much faster. And yes, it will probably stain my photopolymer stamp, but I guess that's okay. So there's 3. And there's 4. And there's 5. Some of the StazOn cleaner might clean that up okay. Now the thing about it is, when you push this in here, this little heart is going to, see if I slide that in and get in that position. Oh no, the heart's going to be, okay, yes. I did it far enough apart, that's great. So when you line it up, if you squeeze slightly on your punch, they'll hold things in place as you're trying to get it lined up. There's 2. Lots of little hearts coming. Oh dear. Got the corner of that bee. I'll have to stamp another one. 4, and stamp one more. Give that a chance to dry a little bit. I hope everybody had a good New Year's. We had a rather quiet one, which was just fine with us. Not too many fireworks around our place, so the dogs were pretty good about not barking a lot. I think I'll save those little hearts. Might need them for something. And let's punch out the bees. When you're stamping these, you have to stamp them far enough apart so there's room for the head part of their body. This one. Okay, now this one I didn't get quite far enough up. So he's going to have kind of a flat, no, just will make it. One of the things about punching out things, you get pieces flying everywhere. The convenient thing about punches is they're right here. You don't have to get up and go die cut any place. I kind of like both punches and dies. Okay, now cut out the two greetings. Okay, here they are. I like the mini die and cut and emboss machine because it fits right in here. Okay, this one I want to be smaller, so I'll show you how to do that. See how the die is off the end there? Put a piece of washi tape to hold the die in place. I have old washi tape, and like old Scotch tape, it splits. But I only need a little bit. So I'll hold it like that. Get my die cutting machine. Now I'm going to move it down. Carefully move it. And when you get it lined up, you'll feel it kind of fit into the notches and things that you have already cut. Like that. And I'll run it through a second time. Wouldn't have to run it all the way through. I think I'll only run it just that front edge. So that if I don't have it perfectly lined up, it will not mess up the sides too much. And there we have a nice short one. Okay, so now we'll do this one. And this one is going to be the whole length of it, except I'm going to have the bee over here on this side. So I'm going to scooch it over kind of like this. See, let me show you what I mean. See, this is going to tuck in under the bee like that to help hold it shut. Okay, I did it backwards because this was going to be the short one and this was going to be the long one. So we'll just change it. We'll make two short ones. Well, we can have it this way. Got ahead of myself. So we go with the flow. Now, actually, in paper crafting, you say, that's the way I meant to do it. That was on purpose. Right? We don't make mistakes. We change things in course. Okay. So now we have that label cut. And we're done with stamping and die cutting. So we'll be able to put our card together. Okay. So these little tabs will go on like this. This side goes there, and it goes down like that. And it stands up. This flap goes against here, and this flap goes against this side of the card. And we're going to put, well, we've got to make our bees first. Got to put our bees together. Oh, we've got to stamp faces on them. So we have two that are upright and one that is sideways. And let's get the little faces. They are so cute. I'll use Memento ink for them. And these are so little that I can do one on one side of the block. I think I'll put him there. And I can do one on the other side of the block. Since they're photopolymer, you can look right through them. And they should have antenna. Let's do some antenna. My original ones didn't, my sample didn't. We can add one to it. Yes, we can. Get the little antenna stamp. We'll put it on the other side of this face. Move the face over up a bit. So I have 1, 2, 3 little antenna. Oh, one for my some for my card too. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to punch them out using this punch here. And I'm going to have to trim. I actually did these wrong. Should have stamped them the other direction, but oh well, it'll work. Get rid of some of the extra. I think it will work. Now I have to cut it out like that. That's still not going to work. Note to self, the next time, there, that will do it. So there should be one. Where'd it go? Oh, I thought I punched it. And you know what I do then? I take a piece, another piece of cardstock, and stick it on here, like so. Then I have a bigger handle. Don't slide. 3. So I've got those 3. Might need that handle. Get rid of some of the excess here. Come on, hands. Two. Need my handle again. And 3. Okay, now we're ready to put them together. Get some of the scraps out of the way. And for this, I'm going to use multi-purpose liquid glue because you can position things a little bit better. So just a little drop there on the end of this. Come on, drop. Okay, that one won't work very fast. Let's try this one. goes on like that. Put his antennae up there. I think that he does look much cuter with this on the top. Yes, isn't that cute? It's a little tacky there, so I'm going to get my embossing buddy that you can get with the embossing edition thing. The powder on this will make the tacky go away. Okay, I'm going to do another bee. Should have done the bees part of them first. Sorry. And its antenna. So there's bee number 2. Bee number 3 just gets one set of wings. I don't know how you get his antenna on there. Maybe we cut this out a little bit. No, we stamp it. Duh. That's what we do. We stamp the antenna on there. Of course. There. You can't very well see it. Oh well, the effort was there. And let's put some wing Castella on those wings so that they shimmer a little bit. I love wing Castella. Okay, do they have shimmer? It's kind of hard to see if I got it on there. Oh, now I can see it. See it? Not very well. I think I might be about out. There. Now I can see it at least. I think it's about time to order some more. I believe it's out of stock right now, but when it gets back, I will order some. Okay, before I put the bees in, let's put in the Happy Valentine's Day. It's going to be right there in the middle. So put that right there in the middle. And then this bee is going to go down below. I'm going to put a little bit of glue his back. And fasten him in like so. So he'll stick out a little bit. Over the edge. See how he sticks out? So this is folded like this, and it goes like this. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the multi-purpose liquid glue there. Not too much. And we're going to fold that shut. If you get too much, you'll glue your card shut. Okay, now then, this part has no glue, just this section here. And you fold it back like that. And when you fold it up, see? So I folded it clear back, flat, and then just that section shows. See how that works? Can you see? Can you see the box? Okay, so we'll do the same thing with this bee. Now this bee's wings are going to stick out quite a ways. So we're going to need to position him so just a very little bit is on the little box thing. Come on. Because we need to have his wings clear the edge of the card. Okay, then I'll take that section. This is a 1/2 inch piece. And we'll put him up here and fold that over. I wish our fingers would have Velcro, or not Velcro, material like the craft thing, so that the glue doesn't stick to them. But unfortunately, it does. And then we'll fold this back, and we're only going to put glue on that section right there. And we're going to fold the whole thing down. Hopefully, I got it right. When you open it up, it pops up. See how that works? Isn't that cool? Down and up. Okay, now for the front. It's going to say, "You'll always be the one for me." And we're going to put it only on this side of the label. And we're going to have the bee over here to close it off. That. And then we can put the bee down. We don't want this end of the bee to be glued. We want just the top part, about here, that part. them down. And then we've got our card set shut. Oh, excuse me. And there you are. When you open it up, it comes open like that. Happy Valentine's Day. Cute, cute bees. And the wings do have a little bit of shimmer, but not a whole lot. You could probably put more on. And then you close it back up by just tucking the flap under the bee. And that helps to hold it shut. So there you go. I'll put this up on my YouTube channel, The Soggy Stamper, this evening. And if you have any questions, you can email me, sue@soggystamper.com. My blog, like I say, is www.soggystamper.com. And if you need any of these products, remember, it is celebration time. So for every $50 that you spend in product before stamping, before shipping and taxes, you can choose one of those, or maybe 2 or 3, depending on how much you purchase on that. My website is creationsbysue.stampinup.net, or you can go to my blog, soggystamper.com. In the upper right-hand corner is a shop button, and so you really don't have to remember this. You can just remember soggystamper.com to place orders. And if you live here in the United States and don't have a demonstrator already and would like a catalog, I'd love to mail you one. So just email me with your address and your phone number. I'd like to have your phone number so that I can call you. I don't call too often, but just to see if you got the catalog and to see if there's anything you would like to order or any way I can help you. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll see you again next Friday evening at 7 o'clock. Bye-bye.